motion to reimburse you for the $25. That was also approved by 4 commissioners. 0 commissioners said no, and 3 commissioners said abstain. You, the same thing for the approval of the December 9th minutes, the same. It was seconded by Lewis, approved by 4 commissioners, and 3 commissioners abstained. There was not until the election of officers where you allowed Commissioner Roberts to nominate himself. And had you said, like you said, found out at 4:30 that he was not properly sworn in, well, maybe your notation should have been at the beginning of the meeting when the quorum was established and when Commissioner Roberts was present as a commissioner and when he voted for those 2 things. It seems to me that he waited just until the nominations closed before you brought upon to everybody's attention that he was not sworn in properly. Now, I did see the email from Mr. Gottlieb, and I'm sure you may have seen it too because I saw that you were copied on it. So my summation of the minutes is correct. So
I'd like to respond to that. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
It is correct that Commissioner Roberts did vote initially in some of the items, and once the election, the nominations were closed on the 2 candidates, which were myself and Mr. Roberts, and it was determined that he could not vote, I did ask that the record be corrected on all those votes. So Mr. Roberts' votes on all matters that evening were nullified because he was not properly sworn. He didn't provide proof. The issue was he didn't provide proof. He didn't turn his form in. Had he turned his form in, he had the votes. He could have won, but he didn't do his due diligence, ladies and gentlemen. So therein lies the issue. You must do your due diligence. You must do your due diligence. That didn't happen. We're not going to make up new rules just to accommodate Commissioner Roberts. He didn't turn his form in. If in fact he was carrying it around as he indicated in his bag, we do know that Mr. Simon didn't have it. And again, Mr. Simon has been very clear over the years, very clear. If we don't have your oath of office, you are not properly sworn in and you are not eligible to vote. Commissioner Roberts, were you carrying around your oath of office in your bag that night? Commissioner Roberts, are you going to answer the question?
Not on the way to recognize.
Okay, well, I saw a hand up over here. Commissioner Shropshire, and then you.
Here, as it states, it says after the statements, Commissioner Henderson announced that Commissioner Roberts was not eligible to vote because he had no proof of having been sworn in. And then it says Commissioner Roberts showed proof in the form of signed official swearing in form with Kenyon, McDuffie, and Commissioner Roberts' dated signatures. Actually, I was sitting in between the 2 of you, and he actually had his form there and showed it to you, and that's when he said you can't be carrying that around. And so he had it there. He actually was about to hand it to you, and he said, "Oh, you have it with you. You can't be carrying that around." And so I think that it's actually what's reflected here is actually I think that it's accurate, and that's when you made the statement that he couldn't be carrying it around. So he actually did have some proof with him. He actually was about to share that with you, and he said you can't be carrying that around. It's not in the office with Mr. Roberts.
I'll state it again.
So it's reflected here.
Again, I'll state it again. Again. Gottlieb Simon has consistently said that if the office does not have your signed oath of office, you are not properly sworn in. It appears that there's been some sidebar conversations at what point, I don't know, that we're going to change the rules to accommodate Mr. Roberts. It's improper. So here we are at a stalemate. I object to Mr. Roberts did not show proof. He referenced, he alluded to proof. He never showed me proof of anything. And I maintain that. Oh, Commissioner Roberts, then Shropshire.
No, go ahead.
I'd just like for the record to read the email from Gottlieb Simon. This is, of course, all foiable. This is from his official address. This email was sent from Gottlieb Simon to Adam Roberts, copying Kathy Henderson. The subject line was RE Urgent Swearing In. The date is January 13th, 2015, received at 7:58 p.m. I recognize the form and his signature. Accordingly, in my judgment, you have met the requirements of office. If I have the form, I can confirm to anyone else that you have been sworn in. In this case, you have the form itself and can show it to anyone who wants to know if you have been sworn. I hope that you will return the form to the Wilson Building after tonight. Gottlieb Simon, Executive Director, Office of ANCs.
And that communication took place after the votes, and Commissioner Blacknell, that is what you shared, because you said you were looking at him as he was writing the email. And it is consistent with the timeline. I know there were numerous persons, vigorously videotaping the meeting. The vote had already been taking place. And again, is this a new process that Mr. Simon is undertaking, that he can attest to forms electronically when he's been very clear over the years? If we don't have your form in our office, you're not eligible, you're not properly sworn in, you can't vote. Ms. Blacknell.
Excuse me, Commissioner Henderson. I don't appreciate you lying on me, okay? I really don't. I saw his sworn in paper. It was sitting right there. We were sitting just like this. And he did try to get your attention, okay? Now, I know you mad and upset with me, but I'm not gonna let you sit there and lie on me.
Commissioner Blacknell,
Blacknell,
your comments are out of order,
no.
and I'm going to direct you to comport yourself professionally in these meetings.
Well, I just did, because you just sit there and lie on me.
No, I don't think you appreciate me
No.
telling
know,
what you said.
No, I don't appreciate you lying on me.
No, I
And
didn't
I was
lie.
sitting right there
It's true.
when he was emailing, and he was trying to get your attention to
No,
show you the email.
you had a moment
and
when
he
you were
was
upset.
and he was trying to show you his sworn in
He
paper.
was trying
Just
to
like
show,
Commissioner Shopside said.
trying
No, baby,
and
you're not gonna
showing
sit
you.
there and lie on me, okay? No, you're
No,
not.
I think you're
No,
upset.
you're not. No, I'm
I think
not
you're
upset. No, I'm not upset,
I think
Kathy.
you are.
No, I'm
It's
not.
Commissioner Henderson.
No,
Commissioner
well,
Blacknell.
Kathy Henderson, Miss Commissioner Kathy Henderson.
Commissioner
Okay,
Henderson.
Commissioner Henderson, no, you ain't no Commissioner Henderson. You're a Commissioner Henderson liar, that's what you are.
Commissioner Blacknell,
Yeah,
if you
no,
continue to comport yourself in a manner that is
just like you
inconsistent
said, just like
with
you
meeting
put that
civility,
email out
you will be
saying that I
removed
used it
from the
profanity
meeting. You did.
in a public meeting,
You did.
and the meeting was recorded,
You did.
and it was not.
You did.
And no, I didn't. What I said to you was
Should we
after
ask
the
Captain
meeting.
Regis Bryant to come
Okay.
and attest?
When I said to you, it was after the agenda.
Commissioner
Okay,
Blacknell.
and I have people
comport
that
yourself.
witnesses that.
Commissioner Blacknell,
Don't
you're
be
out of
doing
order.
that to me.
Stop. You're out of order.
Point of order, what is the motion on the floor?
You're out of order. There is no motion on the floor.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve Secretary Bug's version of the January.
And I said,
I will vote to approve these minutes. I oppose the inclusion, and I want that stated emphatically for any record. The statement, Roberts showed proof in the form, signed official swearing-in form with Councilmember Kennedy Duffy. That is patently not true. But I will, it's been moved and properly seconded that we approve the minutes with my noted objections. As I indicated, are you ready for the question?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. And we will move on to the January 23rd special minutes. I took those minutes because Commissioner Blacknell was not in attendance.
Commissioner Blacknell?
I'm sorry, Commissioner Bugs. Correction, Commissioner Bugs. Where are the minutes that I took?
You have them, I passed them down to you
Oh,
earlier.
these are your draft minutes.
No, I passed yours down too.
It's one page, like this, it should be front and back.
Right.
Do you have-
These say Secretary Bugs. I don't see how you can submit minutes when you were not at the meeting.
Recording.
What was that, Commissioner Bud?
I'm talking to Commissioner Shropshire, I'm trying to give her another copy of your minutes so that since she gave it to her.
The Commissioner Bud did.
I know that she submitted as the secretary.
I'll have to check about that. These are submitted by me, I took the minutes. That's a different issue, we'll address that later.
Submitted by the secretary.
Whoever took the minutes, it'll be submitted by the secretary. Part of it.
And I'm gonna read, I'm not sure if these are, let me read it. These are the public special meeting minutes, January 23rd, which was from 7 to 7:30. The point of the meeting, the only item on the agenda was to vote for the ANC security fund. And that didn't happen. The meeting was called to order at 7 p.m. I provided readings and the roll call. A quorum was established. Commissioner Lewis, 501, Commissioner Keisha Shropshire, 502, Commissioner Adam Roberts, 503, Commissioner Bernice Blackmell, 504, myself, 505, Commissioner Clarence Lee, 507, were present. Commissioner Lee arrived at what, 7?
After the vote, so
Yeah.
7:14.
7:14, and Commissioner Bugs was absent. Chairperson Henderson made a motion to authorize ANC 5B to participate in the ANC Security Fund, seconded by Commissioner Shropshire, who tried to change the motion to a motion to discuss, which was ruled improper. Commissioner Roberts stated the ANC Security Fund was an administrative issuance and not the law. The motion failed 3-2, with only Commissioner Henderson, 5B05, and Lewis 5B01 voting for the motion, and Commissioners Shropshire 5B02, Roberts 5B03, Blackmell 5B04 voting against the motion. Commissioner Lee arrived after the vote was taken. Former Commissioner Elise Bernard 5B08, 5B08 spoke in favor of the motion and told the commission it was a mistake not to participate in the ANC Security Fund. The meeting adjourned at 7:25 p.m. I move that we approve these minutes with the necessary typographical corrections, and that is chiefly the misspelling of Commissioner Shropshire's name. Is there a second? It's been moved and properly seconded that we approve the public meeting special minutes with the necessary typographical corrections. Is there any discussion? Commissioner Roberts.
In section 4, it indicates that Commissioner Roberts stated the ANC Security Fund was an administrative issuance and not the law. That is actually not what I said, and I would refer to Secretary Bugg's version of the minutes and ask for replacement of that. And what I said was, Commissioner Roberts made a point of order asking the chair to restate the motion before voting. Commissioner Henderson stated the motion is for the ANC 5B to participate. Excuse me, that's actually not the section I'm referring to. I mean, I actually didn't say that it wasn't the law. Actually, later on in the meeting is when there was discussion about it, and I actually stated what is on page 2 of Commissioner Bugg's version. What I said was, Commissioner Roberts replied, quote, "I want to clear up the question about the January 30th deadline. It is an administrative deadline. There is no statutory requirement that we participate in the fund by the 30th. It is my intention that once a number of other things have been cleared up, that I would like to see us participate in the fund. At this point, I'm uncomfortable voting for that, given a questionable vote for the position of chair, and probably more importantly, the transition process from the old treasurer to the new treasurer that is currently pending. Part of that process is that the new treasurer has the opportunity to review past financial statements. Part of participating in the security fund is accepting liability for activity that is currently pending. So I'd like to make an incidental motion that that section be included in the current version of the minutes that we are reviewing.
That isn't entirely correct, but I'll accept it. I'll accept it. I'll accept it. Any other additions after the fact that we're going to add, Commissioner Shropshire?
So also in number 4, ANC Security Fund, is in the minutes that you just read. I'd like to reference the minutes that Commissioner Bugs actually drafted up, which stated that Commissioner Henderson asked Commissioner Shropshire to, as the treasurer, make a motion to support the ANC Security Fund. Commissioner Shropshire made a motion to vote on whether to support the fund, and it conflicts with what you stated that I said, and I would like that section replaced with what is written here.
Nope, sorry, can't accept that.
Well, I'd like to move to make a motion, move to amend the, number 4 with what is written here.
Seconded.
Okay, I'm putting a motion on the floor that we approve the minutes. Is there a second?
We're approving the minutes with the adjustments or the changes.
Oh, I object to the changes. She can add them, you know, I object to them. I want for the record that I object, because it's false. I understand you're trying to sanitize the minutes after the fact, you know, to cover the fact that you didn't vote for the ANC Security Fund, which was just really absurd. There was just no good reason for not doing that. But I will accept your sanitized version. So, sure, add anything you like.
So, point of order.
Commissioner, I'm gonna recognize Commissioner Bugs, then you. Commissioner Bugs.
Commissioner Henderson,
Yes, ma'am.
you keep saying that recordings are improper, but they are factual. And so with that in mind, I'd like to read the recorded version of the meeting on January 23rd.
Who recorded these minutes? Did someone identify themselves to the chairperson or to the commission that they were recording the meeting? You weren't here. Did you record them, Commissioner Bugs?
The minutes were recorded.
I'm just asking a question. Please answer the question.
Well, can you answer my question first, before we go through the questions you want to answer?
Again,
I asked if
Who
I could,
recorded the minutes?
I asked if I could read the recorded minutes from January.
Again, who's providing this recording?
I'm providing it,
So are you providing a transcript or you're referencing a recording?
a transcript.
Where is the transcript?
Right here, I transcribed.
That's very interesting.
So can I read those?
You can read your version of the minutes that were taken by someone other than yourself because you were not here.
Meeting called to order at 7 p.m. Reading Chairperson Henderson, roll call Chairperson Henderson. Commissioners present were Pedegay Lewis, Keisha Shropshire, Adam Roberts, Bernice Blacknell, Kathy Henderson, Clarence Lee, Yvonne Bugs was absent. ANC Security Fund, there was a quorum established. ANC Security Fund participation, Commissioner Henderson asked Commissioner Shropshire to, as the treasurer, make a motion to support the ANC Security Fund. Commissioner Shropshire made a motion to vote on whether to support the fund. Chairperson Henderson seconded the motion. Commissioner Roberts made a point of order asking the chairperson to restate the motion before voting. Commissioner Henderson stated the motion is for the ANC 5D to participate in the ANC Security Fund, and voting then proceeded. The motion failed, 2 yes, 3 noes, 2 abstain. With Commissioners Henderson.
Can you repeat that in terms of the number, Commissioner Bugs?
2 yes, 3 noes, and 2 abstain. It should be just 1 abstain.
Should be done.
But see, that's what happens when you go back and try to sanitize the minutes. You get your
They're not
numbers wrong.
sanitized, and I'll provide the recordings to you so you will know that this is accurate, okay?
Please do.
All right. Okay. With Commissioners Henderson and Lewis voting for, and Commissioner Shropshire, Roberts, and Blacknell voting against. Adjournment at 7:09 p.m. Following adjournment, of the meeting, community members in attendance asked a series of questions. The meeting was not officially reconvened, but commissioners and community members held a brief discussion as outlined below. Former Commissioner Elise Bernard of 5B08 asked for additional discussion regarding participation in the fund, commenting on its importance in the alternative surety bond. Bernard went on to express her view that the default should be to participate, that you have some other stuff that you're trying to deal with, and that there is not enough time to schedule another meeting before the deadline. Commissioner Henderson replied, "We will not be able to spend any money at this time. There is an opportunity for this commission to revisit this issue at another time, but since we did not meet the deadline, we will not have the opportunity to call a special meeting with enough time to adhere to the January 30th deadline. So we will not be able to write any checks." Commissioner Roberts replied, "I wanted to clear up the question about the January 30th deadline. It is an administrative deadline. There is no statutory requirement that we participate in the fund by the 30th. It is my intention that once a number of other things have been cleared up, that I would like to see us participate in the fund. At this point, I'm uncomfortable voting for that, given a questionable vote for the position of chair, and probably more important, the transition process from the old treasurer to the new treasurer. That is currently pending. Part of that process is that the new treasurer has the opportunity to review past financial statements. Part of participating in the security fund is accepting liability for activities that is currently pending." Commissioner Lewis replied, "I'm not trying to be combative at all, but I got an email saying that January 30th was the deadline to have the paperwork in. I'm not clear on any other issues saying that we should have our paperwork in by that date. We need to participate in the security fund." Ms. Mann shared that the meeting had been previously adjourned and that anything that happens here is not official, and then asked what upcoming checks we need to write, or what checks are pending. Commissioner Henderson replied, "What you have heard today are emphases that are not based on fact. What you're hearing is based on a personal agenda of individuals that are looking for leadership positions. There are no issues of malfeasance. As the outgoing treasurer, I was supposed to hand off documents to the DC auditor's office today at 4 p.m. That has been rescheduled to Monday at 4 p.m. The auditor's office will schedule a meeting with Ms. Shropshire, train her and give her the documents. Everything is in order. There are no problems. There is no malfeasance. Thank you for coming out. This has been an interesting discussion. I look forward to the new commissioners, rather all the commissioners getting trained. I understand the new treasurer has taken on a position about which she knows nothing about it. She's not been trained. We have no idea what's been going on." Commissioner Henderson recapped that there was no other business before the body, and the motion to participate in the security fund had failed. I make a motion to approve those minutes as recorded and transcribed by me.
Second.
I offer an amendment that the minutes be accepted as read by Commissioner Bugs, provided she provides the copy of the recording, which would support her version of the minutes.
I second that.
That's improper. She has to accept the amendment. You accept the amendment?
I second the amendment.
Okay. Been moved, properly seconded, that we approve Commissioner Bugs' version of the special meeting minutes, provided she provides the commission with a copy of the recorded proceedings of the minutes. Heard the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Passes unanimously. just like to say before moving on that I did keep my word to provide the complete record of ANC 5B's financial records to the DC Auditor's Office on that following Monday, January 26th, for Ms. Shropshire to confer with the auditor, pick them up. Commissioner Shropshire never did pick them up, and Mr. Dwayne Perry, the Assistant DC Auditor, actually brought the records to the February 10th meeting and handed them to Ms. Shropshire.
Actually, this isn't on the agenda, so we can't talk about that.
Actually, that's improper. You know, it's already referenced. I'm simply clarifying the point.
Can I
And you're out of
clarify
order
the point?
because you've not been recognized.
Can I clarify?
No,
that?
there's no, we're moving on.
I should be able to clarify a point.
We're
too,
moving on.
That they
No.
didn't give me those minutes because there
We're
was
not
a
talking about
private
minutes.
meeting and they needed to review all the documents that you provided them before handing them off to me so I could sign them, which was done 2 weeks later.
Again, Ms. Shropshire is now saying that she didn't accept the documents from the DC.
Okay.
Thank you for that clarification. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now we know that you didn't actually accept them at the February.
They
10th
weren't
meeting.
handed to me.
They were.
They were not. They left early, if you don't remember.
I would like that for the remainder of this meeting, that we cease with the personal commentaries and the comments, and let's deal with what's on the agenda, voting for the minutes so we can get out of here and just cut out all the comments. February 10th notes, do they have to be read? Let's
The
read them.
Secretary, excuse me, Commissioner Lee, you made your comment, okay?
I've
Commissioner-
been finished my comment, but
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
so if we can read the notes, if they have to be read publicly, each set of notes, let's read them and let's get going, okay? Because we'll be right back here next month.
I know
with
this is a
nothing.
contentious process, but ladies and gentlemen, please keep in mind that it is now July 2nd.
I just said no comments. I just said
Excuse
no
me,
comments.
you're out of order, Commissioner Lee.
I just asked, can we not have any comments?
You're out of order.
Let's
You
just
can
vote.
ask,
Okay.
you've been recognized,
All right,
but I'm chairing this meeting, not you.
okay, I see.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is now July 2nd, and we are now just approving minutes that, from January, and we have to approve all the minutes thereafter. And so far, we've approved sanitized versions of the actual minutes, and we're going to proceed with the reading of the next minutes by Commissioner Bugs. Let's see. February 10th. Commissioner Bugs, will you read your minutes, please?
These were recorded as well. Being called to order at 7:01 p.m. Greetings, Chairperson Kathy Henderson, roll call Yvonne Ruggs. Quorum established. Ebony Lewis, Keisha Shropshire, Adam Roberts, Bernice Blacknell, Kathy Henderson, Clarence Lee, and myself. Citizens concerned. Public safety with shootings that occurred on High Street Northeast. Concerns for pedestrian safety due to inoperable traffic light at the intersection of Horn and Florida Avenue. Concern that the $50 penalty is not a deterrent for drivers to reduce speed at the corner of State and Florida Avenue. Concerns regarding obstruction of view on Beaver Street and Bladesburg Road. Concerns with parking around the kids' school, picking up animal poop. Concerns with parking during basketball games around the Trinidad Recreation Center. Request notification of game schedule. I had that in yellow. I'm not sure. Trash in the alley. Site where the fire have not been properly secured. DPW was contacted but has not responded. Concerns with walking past roses and Santa Clippers on Bladesburg Road. People making open air drug rides. Suggestions for citizens concerns is attached. Tommy Jones, Ward 5 Representative.